Hello, and welcome to this introduction to the new Vocabulary Worksheet Factory 5. The major change in this new version that we're going to look at in this overview is the move to a single document format. In previous versions of Vocabulary Worksheet Factory, each activity was created as a separate document. So if you created a crossword, a word search, and a word jumbles, you would end up with 3 separate documents. Now with Vocab 5, you can put all those activities into a single document, which means you can create complete resource packages or workbooks with a variety of activities based around a theme or specific content. For example, a spelling enhancement package based on the week's word list. If you have worked with the single document format in Math Resource Studio, you will find that the single document format in Vocab 5 to be very familiar, as they are almost identical. So let's see how this works. We'll start by clicking New to begin a new document. Notice that our new document has a default name of Document 1, and that it is blank except for an optional footer at the bottom of the page. The first thing we'll add to our new document is a title group, which is one of the design elements that you can now add anywhere in your document. Notice that the title group is surrounded with a blue rectangle. This indicates that the title group is the active element, and while it is the active element, you can change or customize any of its sub-elements. For example, we can change the teacher field to display the name of the teacher. Now let's add an activity. Expand the word list activities and select alphabetical order 2. This is one of the new activities of Vocab 5 in which students circle the word that comes first in alphabetical order. Notice that the activity is now the active element and that there are a variety of options that we can now change for it, including the word list the activity is currently using and various appearance options. A couple of things to point out here about the document. First is that we are, by default, in document view. When printed, this is what your students will work with. However, you can also print an answer key, and you can view the answer key at any time by simply clicking Show Key on the command ribbon. And then there's this embracing line on the left of the page. All elements and activities that you add to a document are always enclosed in a section indicated by this line or section indicator. If we click on the left side of the page near the section indicator, the color of the indicator changes from pink to blue, indicating that the section is now the active element and that we can set various options for it. In most cases, you'll probably only have one section, but multiple sections can come in handy for making distinctive breaks between activities. For example, starting a new page. You can add a new section at any time by simply clicking New Section on the command ribbon. For now, let's add a second activity. This time we'll select sentence matchups from the sentence activities. This is another all-new activity added for Vocab 5 in which students find the matching part of each incomplete sentence. Notice that it is now the active element, and as such there are a number of options that we can change for it, including the sentence collection that it's currently using, as well as various appearance options. Notice too that the question numbering for the activity continues from where the previous activity left off, so that we can have consistent and continuous numbering throughout our document. Also, one of the advantages of the document format is being able to move elements around. For example, perhaps we might decide that we would prefer the first activity in our document to be the sentence matchups. Just make sure that it's the active element, which it currently is, and click Move Up on the command ribbon. Now it's the first activity, and the question numbering is automatically reordered. Let's add another activity. This time we'll add spelling quests from the text activities. In this activity, students find the misspelled word and write the correction. Now notice that this activity has automatically wrapped to a second page, which we can view by clicking the Next Page button on the navigation bar. And here we'll add one last activity to our document, a crossword. And this is a good activity to point out that you can at any time generate a new configuration of the current activity by simply clicking Generate Activity on the command ribbon until you arrive at a configuration you like. So there's a lot that's new in Vocabulary Worksheet Factory 5. The single document format is, we believe, the most exciting change, but we will take a look at some of the other exciting changes in future videos. Thanks for watching.